And so, hello again, beautifuls. So this is a quick introduction into an inspiration that I had back in around the time that I started delving into Akashic Records readings. So you may or may not have heard of these. They're becoming more, I guess, accepted, and people are seeing more benefit in understanding that this Akashic Records, which essentially is just information that exists all around us in the here and now, in our auras, in our quantum entanglements, like it's basically a way, I see it as a way to read the records of the soul, a way to access information that's very unbiased. It's very non-judgmental. It's not from this physical level, like we're tuning in with the higher consciousness, with our guides, with our guidance teams, and bringing through this really amazing wealth of information and knowledge to do potentially with your future life, past life, present life. So it's about giving us some insights into things that are happening in our current life that we could potentially change in a more beneficial way, or allow us to see into other connections that we're currently making with everything actually exists here and now. I mean, there is no such thing as past and future, because you wouldn't be able to connect in with a life that's in the past or in the future. That's why that everything is happening here and now, because we can make these connections, and the only reason we can't see these other people's lives or beings' lives, it could be on this planet or off planet, the only reason that we can't see them is because they're existing in a slightly different frequency and vibration, a slightly different dimension than we're currently existing in right now. I mean, could you imagine the mayhem if we could see into all these different parallel realities that are happening right now? I mean, it would be paradigm shifting, that's for sure. So there's a reason why our brains only allow in certain information, so that we can actually have this experience right now. So that's kind of what I see the Akashic Records as being, is it's an informational reservoir, I guess, of everything that has happened in existence, of every soul that has ever lived in every particular life they've lived in. And so you can basically tap into, if it exists, and you have permission, obviously, if it exists and you have permission, you can tap into any of these lives and gain insight and information that is relevant to your current life. So you can bring that information in and say, well, for example, say in this life you are afraid of the water or swimming. You could tap into a life connection that you're making, where in that life maybe you drowned, or maybe someone that you knew drowned. So once you tap into that life and say, oh, but that's that life. So it gives us permission in this present moment, in this now, to say, but that doesn't affect me, because that's not the life that I'm living right now. And so quite often when you have that realization, it's almost like poof, and that particular fear is just gone, because you realize that it doesn't actually apply to you in this life. So that's one way that you can use information and insights that you're cross-connecting with other lives. But yeah, so the reason that I started talking about the Akashic Records was because a beautiful friend of mine, Maylin, she is helping me with this particular experiment, I don't know, this particular journey. Way back when I started doing the Akashic Records, I had this inspiration to tune in with different personification aspects, or consciousnesses. So say like plant spirits or animal spirits, or like Mother Gaia, for instance. And I really got excited about it, but it had never really manifested. So it's really exciting right now because in alignment with Copper Appreciation Week and delving into the energetic side of copper and how we can work with copper to, I guess, accelerate our ascension process if we wish to. Maylin has agreed to help me. She's actually going to be in the Akashic Records and I'm asking the questions. So we're tuning in with a few different spirits moving forward, I would say, because it's mind-blowing. It was so exciting to do it today and we didn't really know what to expect. So we connected in with Spirit of Copper, the Copper Deva, and my friend Natasha darling was like, you know, if you're going to do this, make sure that you tune in with the Arch Copper Deva. So she explained a little bit about Justin's work and understanding that even, for instance, with like Spirit of Malachite. So Malachite would have an arch or an arc Deva, but then say in Australia, we would have all these localized micro aspects of Spirit of Malachite. So it's almost like you don't really want to, if you're asking these kind of questions, you don't really want to just tune in with that localized aspect. We want to get the information from the source, basically. You know, you want the information that is beneficial for the all. Because, you know, as you know, like it's a little bit different in Australia and it's a little bit different in America. So, you know, it's really cool. Like it was cool to kind of get that perspective as well. So to understand that there are micro and macro aspects of everything. So that was really cool. But so I just wanted to do this quick little intro just to explain what we were doing. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the Akashic Records reading of Spirit of Copper. See you, beautifuls.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So do I have permission to ask questions directly to Spirit of Copper?
Yes.
Okay. So, Spirit of Copper, what can you tell me about your structure physically?
Can you rephrase your question?
Okay. How about, how do you see yourself helping Mother Earth?
So it says if you want me to describe it, it's like the arms and legs, like the millions of arms and legs of Mother Earth. So even though it's metal, but it's also mobile. It's like it's moving. It's constantly moving around. It's alive.
Is this like how you exist in so many places? For example, in the earth, in our food, in the electronics?
Yes, exactly.
Is it that you are some kind of protective shield?
So I'm seeing so in your term, so for example, if you are hit by storm, you need something to protect yourself from the storm. But I'm not the I'm not protecting Mother Earth from the storm, but it's from the forceful energy, the harmful energy. I'm protecting that from myself, actually, for Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is using the couples as her arms and legs and to constantly protect itself from protecting the heart of the Mother Earth from all the negative energy it's around it. Yes, you can say it's a shield, but it's not something that has a structure, but it's constantly moving things around.
So it's constantly transforming into whatever shape it needs to be so that it can help the inhabitants and Mother Earth.
Correct, but there isn't a form. It's just the vibration. It's just the movement of the vibrations. It doesn't has any particular form.
So does this mean that the copper can, because it's conscious and alive, is it able to communicate with itself on an energetic level and know where it needs to be so it can transform to be in that place?
Can you rephrase your question?
Okay. So just like tree roots and trees can communicate with each other and they send messages through the roots to help, and they can send nutrients through the roots to help the trees exist. Is it a similar kind of situation with copper, that it is in so many places so that it can, um, is it consciously communicating with itself all over the world?
Yes, yes. It's universal. It's watching the microscope of the space and also the macro, the macro space, overall Earth, Mother Earth space, but also sometimes zoom into certain area. So, for example, the war in Palestine and Israel. Yeah, we are watching that. We are doing some work with that. So sometimes we zoom into certain area that is intense, but but we also do look after the overall, like the balance and health of Mother Earth.
And do you intentionally help humanity, or is that just a side effect of you helping Mother Earth?
So we always exist, but it is this time of the period I am available for human as well.
Are there any particular ways in which we can more effectively work with you?
I'm seeing a lot of images of you swirl around the stick with some copper, and then you plant it intentionally to the area where you want help with, or you can carry it with you. So yeah, it's kind of like you can use it like accessories or tools for the area you want. So for example, if you find that your plant is not healthy, you can swirl the copper around the stick and then put it beside the plant. Or if someone is sick, you can use a stick that swirl around the copper and put it beside them, to the area that is sick. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way you can use it.
Okay. And does that spiral shape have a special significance? Is it some kind of vortex or energy accelerator? Is that why you swirl it around the stick?
Yeah, so I sense that the energy is like swirling around and then poof, swirling around, poof, that kind of sensation, this kind of movement.
Okay, so it's almost like alleviating blocks of energy.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
it's
cool.
like directing it to be dissolved.
Yes. So it's like anywhere where there's very dense energy, you can use that kind of a structure.
Yes. So for example, if you enter a room that you feel heavy, you don't feel good, and you can just put the copper stick there for a while, and then you can enter the room.
Okay. Thank you. So is copper good for humans to wear on their skin?
It's best to use only when you need it. Otherwise, it's too much for human physical body. He says, use it only when you need it, not wearing it all the time.
And is that because copper um, is that because copper is so good at transforming energy that sometimes when you use it too much, it can have like a adverse effect?
Yes, it's like too much of something is not good. So it's keep interrupting your sacred energy as well. So individually, they have their own space and energy. And if you use copper too much, it got too much interference.
Okay.
So it's just like they show me that so it's just like you constantly watching television without moving. So yeah, so it too much interference.
Okay.
Then your brain becomes stagnant.
Mhm. Is there anything else that you can tell me about copper tools? So is copper best used as something uh, that you hold for a certain amount of time and then release?
So it says coppers come to you because they trust you can use it and educate people to use it wisely, and because your intention is pure. So it says use your intuition. Your intuition will tell you when you want to. It's almost like you are prescribing, you are giving prescription to people who are unwell, or people who come to you who need some support from you. So it's pretty much your crystal, the copper is your prescription. Use it wisely, and not just because it's good for everybody. Trust your intuition in that particular moment, as if you are prescribing some support to a specific needs.
Okay.
And then when you are in that present, you will know how to advise your client how to use it, when to use it, for how long, because each and everyone is different. Some might need it for 24 hours, some might need it for 10 minutes a day. So it depends on their situation and the intensity. And also
Okay.
to okay, so if they, okay, there's this message that says if they use copper, ask them to remove any other accessories that is energetically related. Just when they want to use copper, just use copper on its own for that particular needs.
Yeah. Because the more that I work with copper, the more I understand that while people might disregard it because they think that they don't like their skin to go green, I think that copper is a much more powerful metal than any other metal in the way of transformation and yeah, well, changing dark into light. So yeah, okay.
Yes, you are right. So the purification, when the purification process is fast, it will be accelerated by copper like 100 times much faster than any other material. Some people might find it too overwhelmed. So the how much time to use it uh, is essential.
Yes. And when someone has done their transformation, is it something where copper can be like a mastery, so that they are less affected by the transformational powers, or is it always the same?
So is an accelerator. So when this person is ready and they they are ready to go all out, then copper will be extremely helpful. It's like a leaping process instead of a transforming process that takes step by step by step by step. And you can sense where there are people who are ready to just jump off the cliff. So those are the one will be very helpful for them to accelerate the process. Those who trust Mother Earth, those who trust that they are supported, it will be very good for them.
And so in my new jewelry making part of my journey, I'm going to be adding silver to copper. So in that situation, does it help to balance the copper intensity if I add the silver on the piece?
Not necessary. Okay, it says if you want to use copper, just copper. Make them separate because they serve different purpose.
Okay. Um, sorry, I don't really know what else to ask. How do you
I'm
see?
seeing, sorry,
Sorry.
I'm seeing this image of a pendant you can make. It's nearly like an eagle shape. The outline is like an eagle with a sharp beak,
Mm-hmm.
and then with the wings. So it doesn't need to be so refined like the whole shape of the eagle, but the outline is like an eagle and then with a wing. Yeah, and that will be something you'll be making, they say.
Okay. Out of copper.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So this can be a pendant, can be something they can hold in their hand, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. How do you see your life cycle? Because I know that when you rise from the earth up through the crust of the earth, quite often you're carried by other crystals called malachite and chrysocolla and azurite. So what's the significance of that transformational period?
And you say that I'm sensing that they fuse together energetically and giving this very light brown, but it's very unique color. Together, it infused together, and there's this light. It's like a very show me clearly. So what's the purpose of this color? And so they show me after they infuse together, there is this color, very beautiful light green, very light copper color, and green, very light green, and it's a, and then together it become a very beautiful bluish green nearly, but you can, it's like, it's nearly like you can see all the crystal and the copper is in there together as a color. And then I'm going to ask, what's the purpose of that? Transcend, transcend, transcend. Okay. So the together, this energy is to support humanity to transcend, make transcending available.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can you talk any more
Really
about that?
color. Yeah, so for thousands of years, humans are blind by certain energy and colors, and it's done on purpose so that they cannot see who they truly are. And because of that, it's very harmful to the Mother Earth. So this project or this movement, together with other crystal family, we are creating this color and energy and fine-tune the earth energy to make transcending available for human to accelerate their transformation, transmutation available. Yeah, so this refined energy is being planted, and those who are ready will pick up. So it's like the Mother Earth service to the humanity and make available for everyone who is ready. And once they are ready, the process will be accelerated instead of step-by-step process that takes too long. And this needs to be done within these 3 years.
Wow. And so do those colors you were talking about, does that have to do with, because I know the heart chakra is green and the throat chakra is like a deep blue. And I've heard that the upper heart chakra is like a light blue. So is that those colors purposefully because it's like around that higher heart area?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. So copper's helping us in a big way to ascend.
Yes, to remove those blockages and for you to tap into this support of Mother Earth has to offer.
That's incredible.
So it's pretty much you do your work, we do our work, together we are like a team.
Yes.
So you will do your work until certain level and then we will take over the rest.
Wow.
So together you are doing a very meaningful job, meaningful service.
Yes. So moving forward with copper, should I still be creating copper piece like pendants to wear on the body, or should I concentrate more on tools to hold?
And you can do both. So once you understand this, once after this session, you will be able to sense people who start coming to you and looking for this resource to support them.
Okay. So that's incredible. So even if they buy a necklace that they love to wear, they can still wear it when they feel to wear it, but it's just that they probably shouldn't wear it all the time.
Yes, shouldn't wear it all the time.
Okay. All right.
Because their inner power needs to grow as well. And when they are wearing this too much again, that will instigate fear. If I don't wear this, what's going to happen to me? We don't want that to happen.
Yes.
We want them to know this is the tool made available for you. Use it and use it wisely. However, the evolutions has to come from within, not because of this piece of accessory.
Yes.
It's
Because
to support you, it's not to replace you.
Beautiful. I love that. And it's the same with anything, isn't it? Because we can't also rely on essential oils to fix us, because we are the master healer is within. So it's like, there should be no dependency on anything.
Yes, exactly. And if you are too attached to those tools and material, you can't elevate further. Then you become again too material. Even though it's a good material, but it's still material. Then you can't go beyond that.
Yes.
You're still bound by material.
Yes. That's beautiful. So you're teaching us that self-empowerment is the key.
Yes, all these are just tools to support you to accelerate the process and not needing to go step by step over lifetime, over 10,000 lifetime, 100 lifetimes. And this is made available to you especially within these 3 years. It's you might find it like a roller coaster, but it's a good fun to have.
Yes. Is there anything else that you can add to help us on our path at this time?
Yeah, I think voice out, announce the message of what is available within these 3 years is going to be amazing. Keep trusting, keep riding with the waves, and all will be well. In the process, the intensity is very high, and that is why these tools are made available for people who are ready to support them with the intensity. But keep trusting, keep going, keep moving, don't hold back, don't be afraid, and try to attach to more things, and everyone will be fine, all will be well. We are working on it, this time or never.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's really beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit of Copper. I have so much love and adoration for you. Like, it's ridiculous.
You are welcome. You
Thank
are the
you.
gift. You are given the gift. So express your talent. That's all you need. The rest is for us to do.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for that. That